Yeah,
the boomers love their chains.
I love me a good Olive Garden. You know, it's pretty unique or ethnic. Pretty.
You know, it has its place, right? Olive Garden has its place. Like, I love local restaurants, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Olive Garden has its place. You know, like when your girlfriend or wife or whatever doesn't know where she wants to eat, you suggest Olive Garden. 99% of the time, she'll say yes, and it solves the problem.
Here we fucking go! You're listening to Bread Circuses.
It's like the mob media, for one, is the entire world populated. Like, everybody's on Twitter. Fucking the UK is on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
unfortunately.
With Caleb Salvatore.
Well, they can't go to the comedy shows because there's a 2-drink minimum, and you can't mix the Percocet you've been stealing from work with liquor.
And Nick Kohler.
there literally be people in the fucking 80s that didn't know that nutting in a girl would make her pregnant.
No one's asked that question. What did those families do to provoke Alex Jones like that?
You know what'll solve all of these racial police protests? A Pepsi.
Anyway, what the fuck is up? Welcome to Bread Circuses. It's been a long time. A lot of big news we missed. Like we said, I had been in Vegas on vacation. And big news, the McRib is now FDA approved. So
big fucking news for all you slobs out there that go and eat fucking McRibs, dude. All the people out there that go like, oh, the McRib's back. Oh, we should definitely go to McDonald's. Go out of our way to get the McRib.
Anyone that eats the McRib has zero self-respect. That is, I tried it one time. That is, and I'm not one of those vegans and, those health nuts. Like I can go out and enjoy, like, I'm not one of those people that only eats like unseasoned chicken and vegetables, right? Like, I enjoy
rice
good food.
And chicken, baby, yeah, the meal of gods.
We've talked about it. I enjoy good food. I enjoy myself. Every now and then, it's kind of fun to smash on some McDonald's. I'm not going to lie. But the McRib is the most disgusting thing I have ever eaten. That is not meat. I don't know what that is, where it may have come from an animal at one point along the production chain, but it is not meat anymore.
It's probably definitely ground up bones. Like it says the McRib, it's like the actual
literal ribs. Yeah. Yeah. Seriously.
So it's not false advertised. Dude, the McRib is like the closest thing you can get to prison/army food that you
and people celebrate it.
Yeah, dude.
It's like an MRE. Like that's like because I have
a thing in an MRE that's like the McRib.
Well, I have a suitcase full of MREs, like 20 of them that I inherited from my grandpa when he passed away. And I take solace in the fact in knowing that if the apocalypse ever come, those will not taste worse than the McRib.
Yeah, you'll be good for like a month with those things. And you also will not shit for a month with those things.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But no, the vax got the shot got FDA approved allegedly. So
that's good.
Just the Pfizer one, but
yeah, that's the one you took too, right?
Nope, I took the Moderna. I live on the edge.
Is the Moderna the one you got the one shot for?
No, that's Johnson & Johnson, and I refuse to put anything in my body from the people whose sunscreen gives you cancer. So
and fucking released talcum powder forever that caused fucking skin cancer and shit. Yeah, right?
No, ovarian cancer, much worse than skin cancer.
Oh my god, dude,
much worse.
I remember using that shit in football during the summertime when I was chafing really bad.
Yeah, I would put that right around my crotch.
We're definitely going to both have ovarian cancer.
We're going down. Yeah, I think my ovarian cancer's already hit, right?
Yeah.
I'm a hypochondriac, so I may convince myself I have ovarian cancer.
Mia's just going to be fucking hugging you in the corner like, Caleb, you don't have ovarian cancer.
Like, I mean,
I don't even have ovarians.
Yeah, you don't have ovaries. Like, I mean, I've convinced myself I was pregnant once, so like, it's whatever. But so no. Speaking of the whole COVID thing, I have a story. So when we were in Vegas, right, we are walking back. So Vegas has some weird rules. Like, weed is legal, but it has to be smoked at a private residence. You have to smoke your weed at, like, it has to be either at someone's house or apartment that or an Airbnb that's cool with it, because hotels on the street, anywhere else, parks, it's forbidden, right? But it's one of those things where it's like, how strict are they going to be?
Yeah, like, I mean, they probably just don't want a bunch of fucking stoners hanging out in front of a bowling alley. You know what I mean? Token up when like kids are walking by. Yeah. You can make that.
But it's Vegas. Yeah, naked women walking around. I only got one.
And like one block of the city. Wait, what's that?
Only got one prostitute card.
Oh, damn, man.
We had a strip club guy approach us and tell us to go for a couples night at the strip club, but.
Was Mia in on it about getting all the strip club or all the hooker cards?
I told her about it. She thought it was funny, but it never manifested. I don't know.
That's fucking lame, dude. Las Vegas, you're all full of shit.
They've pussied out. Maybe we got to go to. We stayed on Vegas Boulevard. Maybe we got to go to Fremont Street. We'll go back. Maybe. There was stuff we didn't do that we wanted to do. Dude, we were there for 5 days. I understand why people say it's a 2-day city because holy fuck was I burnt out for the rest of the week when I got home. Really? Like, I have things I still haven't done from last week that I needed to do.
In what way? Like why? I've never been to Vegas.
Exhausted, dude. Like, so here's the thing about Vegas. It's expensive. So that's number one, why it's a 2-day city. The flights there are cheap. The hotels for what you get are relatively cheap. That's not the issue, right? The issue is $50 meal in Omaha, $100 meal in Vegas.
Oh okay. My God, dude.
Yeah, that's where you come into problems. $4 beer in Omaha, $10 beer in Vegas. That's where it's expensive. So like that's why people are only there.
Are groceries there really expensive too?
So we did find this place on the strip directly across the street from our hotel called the ABC store. It's like a convenience store. You can just walk in and they actually have beer and food like that for decent prices. Like you can grab tall boys for you can grab tall boys for $4. Not terrible.
Yeah.
Not terrible given the circumstances, but that it's on the strip. I'm sure if you get off the strip, it's not like that. But yeah, I can see Vegas is definitely a place. Like I always used to be like, I like the desert. Like I think it's cool. I like how creepy it is and shit like that, especially at night. But Vegas, and I was always like, if I ever move somewhere, Vegas would be cool. I could not do it. I would be dead. I would be dead in a month.
I was going to say, you have a very Vegas personality too. Like
that's why I could never live there.
You're gonna have to go live like the next best thing. Go live in Phoenix, man.
Reno,
go live in Reno. Yeah, like wear a starch white cowboy hat all the time.
Here's the thing: moderation is not my strong suit for anything at all. I can't do it in moderation. I'm either all in or not doing it at all. Right, so. Vegas is the city where that will fucking kill you or make you broke. One of the two. That's where we ran into problems. So I'm like, you know what? 2-3 times, visit once every couple of years. That's okay, but nothing. I need to stay away from Vegas, right?
I bet you would have found more hooker cards up in Reno than in Vegas.
Probably. That's where like the bunny ranch and shit is.
Yeah, definitely.
So Vegas, we didn't know about their weed laws. So we went to, before I even read on it, like an idiot, we went to a dispensary, and it's this place called Planet 13. It's like the biggest dispensary in the world, supposedly. And it's not even like they have the weed dispensary, but then it's like a fucking mall. Like they've got a coffee shop and a clothing store. And I mean, it's cool for what it is. Dude, they've got like armed security, and this isn't like Paul Blart security. Like these dudes are ex-military walking around strapped at this place. I don't know what the hell happened. Well, you know why? It's because they can't associate with banks. So all their money is in cash. That's why. So they've got to actually invest in protecting it. They can't hire these $9.50 an hour morons to come and protect it.
Yeah, so, laundering it through a fucking like a bar business or something on the side takes time. So
yeah. Oh, that's highly illegal and it will get you shut down. But
yeah, that too. That's neither here nor there though.
No. So we went there and it was like $45. We bought a pack of Tommy Chong's like pre-rolled weed.
And Tommy Chong that's pretty cool.
So does Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I know there's some other celebrities. Yeah.
Mike Tyson owns his own like dispensary or whatever farm.
Yeah, doesn't he have like brands of blunts and shit?
Yeah, he's like the spokesman. He can't actually own it because he's a felon, but yeah. But
that's true, he is.
So we got the Tommy Chong's. It was like $45 for 5 of them, and then we got this drink. It was like edibles. It's like if you melted down edibles and put them in fucking like a White Claw. That's what it tasted like. And Mia drank that. I had a couple sips of it.
That sounds like it tastes like shit.
Tastes like a White Claw. It wasn't that bad. But
yeah, okay.
So we get these and I'm like, fuck, we have 1 day till we leave. I am not risking federal drug trafficking charges to bring this $45 weed back to Omaha from Vegas. I'm not doing that. But I also don't want to waste my $45. So that left us with one option. We had to smoke all 5 of these things in one night. So we did it. We're walking back to the hotel room. We go into the elevator and I am gone, right? So I get in there.
You're hearing fucking hearing some fucking like 70s music playing.
Yeah.
Some Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah. So we're getting in, and Vegas has a mask mandate back in place. It's not really enforced very well, but I don't want to be an asshole that starts shit with employees, so it's whatever. So I was wearing it, and it had slipped slightly below my nose because my glasses will do that. They will push it below my nose. We're getting in the elevator, and there's these 2 old guys standing there, and the one old guy sees me and steps out of the elevator, and I'm like, does he think I'm going to rob him or like what's going on? And I'm high, so I'm not really like, I'm like, okay, whatever, man. It's indica, so I'm not freaking out. Like I am relaxed, right? I not paranoid. Not
the last time I got really high on indica, dude. I like my skin was melting off of my bones as I was standing off.
It feels so. It is fucking amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Indica. I can't do sativa. It makes me freak out. Like I will, but yeah. So I'm standing there and the guy like gets off and I just naturally just fix my mask. And the guy goes, "Oh, are you going to wear it right now? I'm glad you learned how to wear your mask properly. I'm glad you could figure it out." And I just kind of looked down and I'm like, half of me didn't even realize he was talking to me. and the dude's like, he like gets onto the elevator with us. He's like, "I refuse to ride the elevator with anyone who doesn't know how to wear their mask, blah, blah, blah." And you can tell his friend is like embarrassed, right? Like his friend is embarrassed. And Mia's so high, she doesn't know what's going on. She's just standing there oblivious to this. And that's what makes it great. But we're just sitting. I just went, "Oh, okay." Like I just said it like that, all matter of fact. And I'm like, I'm like, "What floor are you going to?"
Trying to close the door.
They were in the elevator with us. Like, I'm like, what floor are you guys going to? And push the button that their floor they're going to. And we're sitting in the elevator and it's quiet, just chilling. I'm looking at my phone. Halfway through the elevator ride, this guy just goes, "Asshole," at me. So I just looked at him and I just took my mask off and stared at him the rest of the way up.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like, "Hey, homie, you've been locked up for 1.5 years. This ain't the local news comment section. You've escalated the situation. If you escalate it any further, I'm going to smack the fuck out of you. This ain't Facebook. You forgot that real life words have real life consequences. Do something about it."
What did he do after that?
Not a goddamn thing. He got off the elevator and his friend apologized. He fucking, like, you can tell, man, people have been locked up in their houses for way too long. Because like seriously, talking to people like that on Facebook, you can get away with it and trying to talk all smug and shit like that. Honestly, the guy's lucky I was high. Like really, like that was probably the best case scenario.
Hit him with one of those "what'd you say, bitch" thing. And take off your mask.
Oh my God! If I had been drinking instead of smoking,
God, man, help! You're drunk.
We're not recording the show right now. Too. We're not recording this show because I'm in a prison in Las Vegas. Like that, like because I took it three levels above where he was at. But yeah, so I just like, dude, like here's my thing. If you are so scared of coronavirus that you won't get on an elevator because somebody has their mask slightly below,
Vegas,
yeah,
man.
You shouldn't be vacationing in Las Vegas,
dude. You could see it on the Snap Map. Like Vegas, since the beginning of the pandemic, Vegas has never slowed down, man.
They shut down for like the 2 weeks to slow the spread or whatever, and then after that, the mayor was like, "Fuck it, we can't do this anymore. Like, we have to open up." And so, I mean, that's really been the story ever since. So at least they're not like Australia.
It's funny because it's like, I think the news media outlets right now are really hesitant to say that like all the people that are supposedly getting Delta are like the non-vaccinated people.
Yeah.
So it's like they don't want to say like, they don't want to imply that if you get the fucking vaccine, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because literally the only reason that they have, the only like very unemotional, like logical reason they have to do the lockdowns is the fucking not overcrowd the hospitals, which is like, all right, fucking fair point, dude, whatever.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you think about it, that's a fair point.
Sure.
But like, I mean, if you get the fucking vaccine, it's like, well, like, look at like, I don't know what the vaccine rates are like in Omaha.
About 60. It's 60, right on par with like the rest of the country.
If fucking El Paso, it's like close to 84, man.
Yeah.
And we have a really good vaccination rate. So it's like these fucking people can't push this narrative that we need to lock down again. Because it's like, dude, the whole city, almost the whole city's fucking vaccinated now, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we're fucking fine here, man. Like,
well, I mean, that's really the problem, because they keep talking about how kids are ending up in the ER, and like, you know, like juvenile, what fuck was it, pediatric
really?
ICUs. Here's the thing, though.
They've been saying since the beginning that the kids don't show symptoms. They just are carriers.
Here's the kicker. All they're saying is there is a higher rate of kids in the ICU. The kids that are in the ICU they're not saying what they have. They're not in there with COVID. They're in there with that respiratory virus that goes around every year. And do you know why?
What's it called again?
It's something V. I don't remember. But it's the respiratory virus.
Rotavirus. No, yeah. Rotavirus is a stomach thing.
It's I'm sounding like an idiot, but I forget. It's the respiratory virus that goes around every year, and kids get sick from it and they kick it. I had it a couple times growing up, I think. But so the kids get sick with it. But here's why it's getting so bad is because we locked them in their homes for a year and a half. We didn't let them go to school and expose their immune system. We covered their face with masks. So of course their immune system is going to be weaker, and this respiratory virus is going to get bad. You think it's bad now? Wait till fucking flu season when we've been locked down for a whole year and a half and our immune systems are garbage. You're going to start seeing people die of fucking pneumonia. And what does pneumonia get counted as when you die? A COVID death. So what are they going to do? They're going to use it as an excuse to lock the whole country down again, because they trashed our immune systems by not letting people go out. And now they're getting sick from shit that they shouldn't have gotten sick from in the first place.
That's why I didn't wash my hands the entire.
That's right.
Because I had to train my immune system somehow.
Not only did I not wash my hands, I wiped my ass and then just licked it right after. Like, let's
licked your fingers.
Let's go. My dog takes a shit, my face is right in it, sniffing it. Like, let's do it. You know.
You gotta train your immune system somehow, dude.
Hey,
you know?
I have the strongest immune system. I've been exposed to COVID I don't know how many times and never gotten sick. So you know what?
Do you remember? I don't remember if I asked you or not already. But what kind of blood type do you have again?
I don't know.
That's right.
I don't know. My mom. I asked my mom. She doesn't know. I know her and I have the same blood type, and she's the same way, because my brother and my dad both got it and actually got kind of sick from it. And me and my mom have been exposed countless times and never gotten a symptom.
That's the same with me, man. Me and my daughter were the only two that got sick, but we're the only ones with A positive blood types. So like everyone else was around it. Dude, the thing that was fucked up when I got it, right, was I went to New Mexico to go get the test because New Mexico was giving them for free.
Sure.
As opposed to Texas, which you had to like do it through work or some shit, right?
Yeah.
So I did it through New Mexico. My Anna at the time, she didn't get a fucking she got her results back like through her phone. She could log in and see her results, and she was negative. Mm-hmm. Me, however, I couldn't fucking do that. I couldn't go in and put in the code and like see my results. And to make matters worse, I got a missed call from like the New Mexico like fucking trace system thing.
Oh Jesus. And
I missed the call because I was taking care of my daughter at the time. So they didn't try calling twice or anything, and I tried calling them back and could not get through. So I was dude, I didn't know if I was positive or not, which it turned out I was, but I was like, holy fuck, dude.
It's like, man, I felt really bad about visiting my grandma in the nursing home after that.
I was like, dude, I'm like, I don't know if I'm positive or not. Like I wasn't going and doing DoorDash deliveries because I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm like, I knew I was sick, but I was like, maybe I've just got like bronchitis or some shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, I got pretty fucking sick from Corona, so I wasn't surprised that I was positive. Yeah, and my daughter got sick too. So I was just like, damn, man, like I don't know if it's COVID. Like I don't know what should I fucking quarantine, or like what the fuck should I do? And then like a fucking half a month later, I get a call from him going like, yeah, you tested positive back then, but you're good now.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I was like, fucking thank you, dude.
Thank you.
And then it took another month to get my positive test results back from them so I could go give it to my fucking university like professors so I could like have excused absences from classes.
Yeah.
It was just a clusterfuck, man. But I was just like, God damn, dude. Like, is it everybody get this? Like, is it fucked up for everybody that has a corona like this? Like,
it wasn't bad here. When I got my test, I had to pay like $100 to get the instant results, but I had it within a half hour. So I was negative. So
that's
I don't
good.
know. I had the person that was in our house, the person was in our house. Like we had people over and she sat directly across the table from us, shared a drink with Mia. Like,
dude, you seriously might just be medically immune to it, dude.
Dude, at this point, I have been to concerts. I never wore a mask. I never stopped doing shows as long as the city wasn't totally banning it. I was doing shows. I was doing mics. I've traveled. I've flown. I've never gotten it. I don't know. I've been exposed. I don't know how many times. I've been to packed bars. Like bars were someone who doesn't really give a fuck about this COVID shit was like, maybe this isn't a good idea. Nothing. And this was all before I had the vaccine. Never got it.
I always want to, I guess I've never really iterated this at all, but like I only am like share that like I got really sick from, or not really sick, so I wasn't hospitalized. I might have, like, not like Lavetti or anything.
Yeah, who's doing okay now. He's doing good.
Yes, Lavetti's doing good now. He's actually booking shows again, so that's fucking good. Like I wasn't like that bad, but I got pretty fucking sick, man, for like a week or so.
Sure.
So like I never
just like a bad flu. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of. I've never had a flu though, where like it was like waking me up. It basically was like I had sleep apnea.
Okay.
That was the worst part because like my lungs were affected. So
see, I have had that, and that's no fun. So I understand where
so
you're coming
from.
from.
That was like the worst part of it, other than like a minor headache and shit. And like, that was the worst part. I never want to be like use me getting COVID as an example of like why we should be fucking completely irrational about it. I'm just like, anytime anybody is bringing up the fact that you could get COVID, it's like, it's a legitimate concern. It's just like, we probably shouldn't lock the fucking economy down for it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll be at Memorial Stadium this Saturday.
Yeah, you're going to the game, dude?
I'm going, unfortunately. And then, and then the following Friday, I will be at Machine Gun Kelly at West Fair with 5,000 more people. So we're putting this shit to the test.
We never talked about last Saturday, man.
Jesus Christ, do we want to? We don't.
I just want to hear your thoughts about it, man. Because it's like I don't know if we should fucking fire Frost, man.
Not yet.
Like,
not yet.
Because like we had the first year, like I really feel like all our troubles on offense are just because Martinez fucking sucks, dude.
I don't know.
He's not a pocket passer, and he doesn't run anymore. So he's like a not pocket passer that they try to play like a pocket passer, and he never scrambles for some reason.
I hate, because I know all of our listeners aren't from Nebraska, so I hate to dwell on this, but God, it needs to be addressed. It's like he has. So here's the way I put it. Under Pelini, right? At worst, we were average. At best, we were a fringe contender, right? Like we'd make the Big 10 or Big 12 championship, whatever conference we were in. We were a fringe contender.
Pelini got fired on a winning season.
Exactly.
So.
Under Mike Riley, at best, we were mediocre or average. At worst, we were fucking god awful, right? Under Scott Frost, at best, we have been a dumpster fire. And at worst, we have been a national embarrassment. Like it's just so bad.
At the beginning of that game, where that guy tried to field that punt at like 3 yards out, I'm like, dude, who the fuck does that?
I played offensive line and defensive line, and I know you don't field a punt inside the 10. Dude. If it lands on the 3, so be it. You know what? That's your offense having to go 97 yards or 15 yards and then punt is better than a safety. Like
that was like a play. That was like a play that somebody did in like fucking Madden that has never done anything with football or ever played Madden before in their entire life.
I mean, you're 4 years into it. You have your players there, right? These are your guys for the most part. And they're still making these mistakes. That's coaching. There's no one to point at but the coaches. Alabama, LSU, fucking Illinois doesn't have boneheaded mistakes like that. That's just a Nebraska thing. So obviously there's something here that's different. It's not the players.
I wouldn't be surprised if Frost got fired after this season. Dude.
Oh, if they lose to Fordham on Saturday, you better start looking for a new coach.
We're gonna get fucking destroyed by Oklahoma too, man. I'm not even gonna watch that game.
I have a friend that's very optimistic, right, about Nebraska football, and he's like, we just got to win the next 3. We just got to. I'm like, dude. We got to win. We're not going to win the next 2. Like, I could see us losing to Buffalo first off, but if we beat Oklahoma, I will do something crazy on this show. I don't know what it is yet, but I will do something ridiculous, like so ridiculous on this show that I'm going to be ashamed of myself.
That tattoo on your ass cheek
of Alex Jones. Well, that's already on my other ass cheek, so but yeah,
Alex Jones on both your ass cheeks. That takes some explaining.
So, speaking of football, though, have you seen this story going around from ESPN from last weekend?
Which story?
The high school football thing?
Maybe. No, actually, I haven't.
Okay, so
is this some dumb shit?
Brace yourself.
Okay, that's probably why I haven't heard it. I'll subject myself to that.
This is 2021, right? This is the most ridiculous story. I'm calling it. We're in September now. Happy birthday, by the way. I'll say it on the air.
It's my birthday.
It's Nick's birthday, August 31st. So technically we'll be in September, probably when this episode drops. So 3 months before the end of the year, I'm calling it. There will not be a news story more ridiculous than this one. God, I hope not, at least.
Speaking of that, I want to talk about that Rachel Adams thing that happened too after this.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure. I don't know who that is. Well, I'm interested.
Maybe I'm fucking up the name. I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names.
So I'll do this first. So this is the most ridiculous, not just sports, all news stories. You've got the Afghanistan shit. COVID is back. The president is literally falling asleep in press conferences. This is the most ridiculous thing you will hear. So ESPN every year will have a couple high school football games from teams around the country, like elite teams play, right? They'll play each other and it'll be like a showcase of talent. And so there's a school in Florida called the IMG Academy. Have you heard of them?
No, I have not.
So they are loaded. This is a team. There's 4 top 100 recruits on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Or top 100 linemen on the offensive line. This is a loaded team. Right.
So they are either going to go to Oklahoma or excuse me, they're either going to go to Ohio State or fucking or Alabama.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, the IMG Academy is basically a football player mill. You send your kids there because you want them to be a good football player. That's what they do. It's a high school. Like, they don't go and learn calculus. They learn defensive schemes.
Do they really?
Shit. No, they actually go to high school.
That'd be fucking cool, man.
It's like academy school. It's almost like a military or boarding school, just centered around football for freak athletes. So they had these guys. So ESPN has this contracts out to this marketing group to find these teams to play each other. One of them was the IMG Academy, and the other was this team called Bishop Sycamore in Ohio. So I'm gonna make sure I'm pronouncing it. Bishop Sycamore is an online high school. There is no physical location. There is no classroom. There's probably like a PO box. There's no classrooms, nothing. So there is a guy who has multiple like felony warrants out for his arrest for other things. Decided to take the name Bishop Sycamore, round up a bunch of high school dropouts, former junior college players, and guys in their 30s who played like maybe at the D2 level. Found someone to print the uniforms and contacted this marketing group telling them that they were like IMG Academy except in Ohio instead of Florida, and that they were loaded with future college players, that they were an undefeated school, that they had done all this shit, that they were the top school in Ohio loaded with 5-star talent. and they provided a list to their roster and whatever. And they went out there and they were beat like 68-0.
By the Florida school.
By the Florida school. Yes.
Holy
this guy
shit,
conned
dude.
ESPN. He made up a school and made it to ESPN, the pinnacle of sports, right? He made his fake school, got on ESPN to play football. They're like halfway.
Why does this sound like a fucking like
a
Adam
movie?
Sandler movie,
I know.
dude?
I know.
Adam Sandler's there like, oh, we're a real school. We're gonna go play the Florida school.
The running back from IMG Academy in the first quarter had like 130 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Oh my God, dude.
There was like I watched video clips of it, and if you have YouTube TV, you can still go pull it up and watch it on ESPN. I think, unless they've taken it down by now. But so there's like the announcer at one point is reading it, and he's like, you know, I'm looking at this list, and they told us that these players were national recruits, but we can't find any of these names in the database.
That's seriously like a line in motherfucking an Adam Sandler,
I know.
Or like a Will Ferrell movie. That sounds more like a Will Ferrell movie, actually.
Well, there's at one point a guy went down with like a blown out knee, and the announcer's like, it's number 54. We don't have a name for him. He's not on the roster.
That's literally a line from a Will Ferrell movie.
It turned out the guy was like 35 years old with a wife and kids.
Oh my. That's literally a Will Ferrell movie.
I know.
Holy shit.
It's so ridiculous. And it's like, I mean, like at least Cam Newton has a team he can go play for now. But yeah, it was high school dropouts, ex-junior college guys, and guys like that hadn't played football in like 10, 15 years. And he rounded them up and made it to ESPN. Just as a con.
Except in the Will Ferrell movie, they probably win, and like the Florida school is probably a bunch of like assholes, and their coach is like a huge dickhead.
Yeah,
like,
and they'd find a way to win, and and stuff like that. But yeah, it was like I cannot wait for the 30 for 30 on ESPN.
That actually happened.
Yeah, you look up Bishop Sycamore for those of you, and like it is.
Oh, how did I not hear about that? That should have been on like national news, man. That's more than just a fucking ESPN story. Holy shit, man.
So yeah, here during the second quarter of its 58-0 drubbing by IMG Academy on Sunday, Bishop Sycamore got the attention it sought. With the team down 30-0, and ESPN announcers said that they lied in order to get on television. Since then, the sports world has been desperate to discover who is Bishop Sycamore and how did they scam ESPN to airing a game.
How do the producers not just like Google the school?
So it says, I know, right?
God,
so that promotion company will almost certainly be out of business by the end of the year.
I fucking hope so.
There are websites like let's see, rivals.com, dedicated to high school athletes and recruiting. If Bishop Sycamore really had a number of Division I prospects on the team, this players would have appeared when you entered the school's name. The school's website, it takes you to a bare page with a nondescript picture of a football player.
That's literally a Will Ferrell movie. He's just like Will Ferrell sitting on the computer, like some other guy goes like coach whatever, or you know, whatever. That's just a picture of a random football player. He's like, I know, it's so smart. Nobody will be able to see through it.
So that it says you haven't mentioned the actual school yet. That's because there might not be one. The website makes no mention of classes, teachers, or alumni, or anything you might expect from a real high school.
How can you not just like put that into Google Maps and find fucking Bishop Sycamore on fucking Google Maps?
Right. They were not listed as a charter school for 2021-2022 by Ohio Department of Education. It was listed as a non-chartered, non-tax supported school last year by the Ohio Department of Education. The school chose to be non-chartered due to truly held religious beliefs.
How does that even make sense?
Where is Bishop Sycamore located? The exact address is not known. Bishop Sycamore, which has been described as an online-only charter school, currently lists a P.O. box as its address. It says it does this to protect its students who reportedly harassed before the COVID-19 pandemic. Let's see.
You can't list a P.O. box as a physical address on shit.
Peterson claims Bishop Sycamore rented out building space prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. Prior to COVID, the design of it is they go into the building, they have their computers, they sit down, they do their classes. We have adults that are there to monitor what they do. That entire quote sounds extremely weird and suspicious. To make things even more weird, a player who was reportedly a member of the team went private on Twitter. That player, quarterback Jalen Knight, is listed as a student at Perry High School in Maryland on the website Huddle. He actually has an offer from Nevada. So like they had a couple actual high school players leave their team. Like,
dude, I cannot. I'm gonna say it again. This is all literally points of a Will
it's
Ferrell
a joke.
movie.
Yeah.
There's no way this actually happened. That is so insane, dude.
They made a team hype video with like generic high school football highlights.
Oh my God, that's probably what they sent to ESPN.
So it says the coach faces an active warrant in Ohio for failure to appear in a domestic violence case, was eventually dropped to a criminal mischief charge. Warrant is issued July 2nd and remains active.
That Will Ferrell was explained like she came at me with a knife. I had to defend myself.
In addition, Johnson will go to trial after defaulting on a $100,000 loan from First Merchants Bank. Johnson used that loan to operate Christians of Faith Academy. Yeah, I know.
That's the beginning of the movie right there. He's like on trial. He's like leaving for trial. He's like calling somebody, go like, I ain't showing up no stupid ass trial.
So it seems he's paying off his debt by running this fake football team.
I'm like speechless, dude.
I don't what Christians of Faith Academy is another school that he has founded that only has a football team. Like,
holy shit, man.
This is great. Like,
I don't know if we can talk about anything else after that, man. We might have to hit up Rachel Nichols. That's what I was thinking. You heard that story about how
I'm going to end it real quick. I'll just end the story. Yeah. So what's next for Bishop Sycamore? Incredibly, they're still expected to play their next game against the school in Texas. They played last week against the team in Akron.
That's the ending of the fucking Will Ferrell movie right there, right? He gets exposed or some shit like that at the end, but he's still like, oh yeah, well, we could use this to play other talent or some shit like that. And he like, that's the fucking ending is like him, like the kickoff or some shit like that.
To the next game.
Yeah, and he gets like kicked in the nuts by like the water boy or some shit, and that's the like roll credits. Like
it's them just getting on a plane.
Why is this actually a movie, dude?
The coach is also wanted for like over $100,000 in hotel bills that he didn't pay to house the football team.
Dude, this shit writes itself.
It's such a joke. I can't wait. It's gonna be
writes itself.
Well, the coach is a black guy, so it'll have to be like, who do you say, like Chris Rock, maybe?
No, they get somebody like who's the guy that does all the Daily Report thing in SNL?
Oh, Trevor Noah.
Yeah, they would have a British guy. Not Trevor Noah. The guy that on SNL.
Keenan Reynolds.
Yeah, they get Keenan Reynolds.
Tracy Morgan. He would be good too.
Tracy
Morgan would be perfect.
To do it. That'd literally be a dick out. Or no, what's the movie company? The Happy Madison. That'd literally be a Happy Madison movie with Tracy Morgan in it.
With Tracy Morgan, I can't wait. So
I'm not paying for no hotels.
Yeah,
we got a budget to make.
So Adam Sandler or Tracy Morgan, if you're listening to this, you know what to do.
Yeah, dude, make this movie so I can laugh at it.
Maybe an executive producer.
Yeah, right. Holy shit, dude.
Anyway, Rachel Nichols, what were you saying? I mean, that's
well, okay. Did you ever hear the story with Rachel Nichols?
Mm-mm.
You know who Rachel Nichols is, right? The ESPN girl.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. She's like the one that does the jump. Like she's like, I don't know. She's been a pretty big name in the NBA for like a pretty long time, man. So apparently during the finals this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
She actually had it in her contract to do like the reporting or whatever for it, like be the report, like the side court reporter or something for it, like work it, right?
Sure.
And apparently they, at the very last minute, right before it started, they pulled her away from it and replaced her with one of a black reporter, like, right?
Right.
And so I guess, like, understandably, right, Rachel Nichols is fucking pissed about this because it's like the fucking NBA finals. You know what I mean? It's the pinnacle of fucking like sports casting, preferring basketball, right?
Yeah.
So I guess she recorded private conversation that she had where she was complaining of somebody about how, like, she was pissed that ESPN did this solely on the matter of fucking for diversity quotas. Like, that's what how she perceived it. And I mean, like, that seems like what it is, right? Because that reporter that replaced her was kind of like, you know, I mean, she's not like the level of Rachel Nichols, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is like, it's like, and even like Rachel says in this private conversation that's leaked, she's like, oh, I'm happy for her that she's get it, but it's just like, damn, I can't help but feel bad that I just got the fucking victim of these diversity quotas. Like, it fucking sucks. Like, she's pissed. I mean, that's understandable. If anybody got fucking replaced for the fucking NBA finals for something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that got leaked and, like, she apologized for it and everything, which honestly she probably shouldn't have, because it's like,
I wouldn't have apologized. Fuck that.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm just like, how can you not be pissed that you get replaced for the fucking NBA finals, dude?
My question is, like, so I mean, let's take it to a different level. You just got shot. You need an ambulance. Would you rather have the most qualified guy driving that ambulance or the 25th most qualified guy driving that ambulance who got the job because of his race?
I'll say this is like, the girl that replaced her and did it was fine, right? Like,
sure.
I'm not complaining.
No, there's nothing wrong. I'm sure she did fine, but that's I mean, she got jumped for something that wasn't due to merit.
It just kind of like, so, and even the fact that she got replaced, like, whatever. It's ESPN, they have every right to, if they're like, no, we want somebody different to do it, whatever, dude. But, like, so ESPN, though, because this conversation got leaked, they fucking canceled her show.
Oh, nice.
Because of that. So she basically got canceled for it. And I'm like, dude, she was fucking pissed about getting, like, not being able to do the best, probably arguably the best part of being an NBA broadcaster.
That's ridiculous.
The fucking NBA finals, right?
Yeah.
NBA finals are almost bigger than the fucking Olympics. They're probably the pinnacle of fucking professional basketball. It's the NBA finals.
Oh, without a doubt.
Right? It's understandable that she'd be fucking pissed and be trying to, even if it wasn't because of, like, she even is like, it sucks that, like, it's because ESPN has a shitty fucking diversity, like, fucking history, and I'm the one who's getting fucked because of it.
Yep.
It's like, understandable. She'd be pissed about that. Yeah. Like, imagine if, like, a fucking and you know, like a FIFA thing, like some Mexican broadcaster got fucking the boot because they wanted to replace him with, like, an Asian broadcaster.
Right.
So then that Mexican guy'd probably be fucking pissed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's regardless.
It's understandable that she'd be pissed. So I'm just,
it wouldn't happen though, because we're the only country where this kind of bullshit happens. Literally nowhere else in the world gives a fuck. If you're a better reporter there, they don't give a flying fuck what your race is.
It might happen in Europe. I'm not sure. I don't follow European sports casting, so I don't know.
But here's the thing: in Mexico, if you're a white guy and you go down to Mexico and you speak good Spanish and you're a good reporter, you're going to be the one that gets that job. They don't give a flying fuck. Like,
it's funny with Mexico, actually, man. Mexico, this is something a lot of people in Latino culture kind of criticize about, because Mexico is basically like the Hollywood of, like, Latino culture.
Yeah.
So,
is
like,
it super progressive?
No, it's not like it's super progressive. It's like the pinnacle of, like, Latin, like, everything, right?
Yeah.
Like music, sports casting, like, new, like, entertainment. Like, Mexico is like California of fucking Latino entertainment, right? So everyone from, like, Spain, South America, Central America, the Caribbeans, like, anybody who wants to do anything in Latin entertainment does it in Mexico,
right?
And Mexico, like, Mexican culture, whatever the fuck, like, the producers who, like, that industry gets a lot of criticism because they only go for light-skinned people, like Latinos.
Oh, okay.
So, like, it's like a cult. They can't say racism because everyone's the same race, so they say it's colorism, right?
Oh.
So,
why, like, is it more appeasing to the eye, or?
I have no idea, man. It's just what the fucking industry likes or something. I don't know. I don't think I'm qualified to fucking make, like, an opinion about it because I don't really watch a whole lot of Latin culture, like, entertainment.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, understandably, somebody that, like, dude, everybody knows fucking Rachel Nichols too. Like, she's a very good sports broadcaster.
Yeah.
It'd be understandable that she'd be pissed about it. And it kind of sucks that, like, a private conversation got leaked about it. But it's like, dude, this is like literally what people say about what's the problem with cancel culture. It's like Rachel Nichols getting fucking her show canceled because of all this. Like,
because she's upset. That's the thing. She got fucked over. She didn't say it's not.
It was in her contract.
We're holding people accountable. No, you're not holding anyone accountable. She didn't come out and say the N-word. Not like a Donald Sterling type thing. She got fucked over for a spot she rightfully should have had.
And she
voiced her concerns in private. It got leaked and she lost her show. How is that holding anyone accountable? So we're not allowed to voice concerns in private respectfully? Like, what the fuck?
It's the
people are retards, man.
It's the thought police in entertainment, man. Like I've literally looked through people like discussing it online and stuff.
You know who Twitter, probably is upset about it? White people, college educated women.
There's actually people on there that are like, yeah, I'm glad they fired her racist ass. I'm
probably white women. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
No, a lot of it were like minorities.
Oh, really?
I'm just like, dude, like. The problem is like if you really think that's racism, man, that's why these like fucking executive people in like the entertainment industry that are actually racist, like fucking be like, oh, I don't want that N-word to be in my fucking show and shit like that. Well, that's why those people don't get fucking banged. It's because people like Rachel Nichols, like they take all the fucking heat for stuff like that, so everybody can get their good feeling points that haha, we got a racist off air. It's like, dude, Rachel Nichols is not fucking racist, man.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I don't know, man. I just think the whole thing is like ridiculous. Like I'm just like I feel for Rachel Nichols because I don't really like. I'm just like whatever about her not being able to do the NBA finals. That's for whatever, dude. That was a decision by ESPN.
Yeah,
but she shouldn't have got her fucking the jump canceled over it. Like I love that show, man.
I don't feel bad for her. We never should have had women talking sports in the first place.
That's the meme answer for it.
Yeah, that's the meme
answer. I'm just
one more down.
It sucks, man, because I like the jump. So like it sucks that she got canceled over something she shouldn't have been canceled about. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where it's like people like there's like
she's going to InfoWars next. InfoWars is going to do a sports show.
She's going to cover basketball.
Yeah, she's going to be like, LeBron James dunked the ball. He took it down like the Twin Towers with the globalists.
Oh, my
like
God,
the controlled demolition.
Yeah, so this is, I would encourage people to fucking have their own opinions about it, but it's like, dude, I know what actual racism is.
As long as they agree with me.
Yeah, no, I know what actual racism is, man. Being fucking upset in a private conversation.
No.
About like losing like fucking probably the best thing the thing she was looking forward to the most.
Getting fucked over. Yeah.
By getting fucked over by ESPN. I think what really happened, you know what, this is kind of a conspiracy about cancel culture. I really think that it's these big ass entertainment companies that are warring with each other that leak this shit and encourage the canceling.
I can see that.
So I think ESPN leaked it because they didn't like her making public comments shitting on ESPN. So I bet you fucking ESPN was the one that leaked it so they could have a justification for firing her.
Because her show was on what, TNT?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Or no, it was on, I think it was on ESPN.
Oh, okay.
It was on ESPN.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. It's just like they just had a fucking excuse to fire her. It's like, dude, if say like you worked for ABC, right? And you wanted to fucking fuck over Fox Sports or an NBC or some shit like that. What fucking easier way than to release some comment of him making a fucking joke about Chinese people or something like that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, how fucking easy would it be to end that person's career right now? Than just be like somebody in their PR team, like leak that onto some fucking fake Twitter account or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So,
do you remember that? And we got to wrap it up pretty soon here.
Yeah, we do. We can wrap it up right now. But yeah, think about that. The big thing.
You remember that rap battle YouTube video, the super hot fire, where he's like, I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Yeah.
That one. I made a meme that went viral and I pissed a bunch of people off in this group. It was right when Antonio Brown got accused of assault. It says, man works hard, dedicates the time and effort into achieving his dream and lands his dream job, his ex-girlfriend, and then I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Yeah, dude, it's just really how it be, man. Like imagine like, dude, somebody that was when he was playing for the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Imagine somebody in the Jets PR team was just like, hey dude, let's go fucking
let's accuse him of rape.
Yeah, dude.
My favorite thing from the Antonio Brown thing though was when because OJ has a Twitter where he makes videos and shit, and he was talking about his fantasy
Hello,
team.
Twitter world.
Yeah, hey Twitter world, it's yours truly. And he's like, I saw someone accused Antonio of rape. Now remember, there's a big difference between accused and convicted.
not according to the entertainment world, man. It is really
There is according to the juice.
yeah, dude.
Did you see he said he doesn't go to LA because he's worried he might run into Nicole's killer?
Of course.
He's just trolling us. What more can you do? Anyway, this has been Bread and Circuses. Do you have anything you want to plug?
Nope, not at all. It's my birthday. I'm gonna celebrate my birthday.
Happy fucking birthday, August 31st. 9/11, Wired Pub and Grill. No offense, the most offensive comedy show in the Midwest is back.
On the most offensive day of the year.
Yeah, 9/11, or as Zach Bravietti calls it, the most romantic day of the year. Depends how you look at it. But we're back.
Bravietti calls it.
The Midwest's most offensive comedy show is back. Get your tickets at the door, or you can Venmo me at Caleb Salvatore. That'll pay for it too. Anyway,
no, Caleb is not going to get you free tickets.
If you Venmo me, you get them free because you paid for it. But, and then you got to pay at the door again. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, Venmo. But yeah, so check it out. It's going to be super fun. You're going to hear some depraved shit. Don't come if you're a pussy. Put your fucking phone away. Don't sit there and record people. We want this to be an intimate night where the comics aren't afraid to take chances and say some wild shit on stage. I don't need them worried that some pussy bleeding little cunt was recording them and is going to fucking try to get them doxxed and canceled.
Caleb is planning on dropping a hard R, so you have to look forward to
the
that.
word retard. That's not in my act. That's the one. That's the one, because I've got some depraved shit that I wouldn't say on any other show ready for this, but that's the one place I don't take it as a hard R. I'm not going there. So everything else is fair game. I may do it, but we'll see.
All right, everybody. Deuces.
All right. Peace the fuck out, y'all.